I'm 70 years old, and I need to tell you something that took me an entire lifetime to understand. Everything I believed about life, success, happiness, and even love was completely totally wrong. And the scary part? I was so confident I was right. For decades I would have argued with you about these things. I would have told you exactly how life works, exactly what you need to do to be happy, exactly what matters and what doesn't. And I would have been wrong about all of it. See, I didn't have some sudden revelation. There was no single moment where the lights came on. It was more like waking up slowly from a dream you didn't even know you were having. And when I finally opened my eyes, I realized I had been sleepwalking through my own life for 50 years. Let me tell you what I was wrong about. Maybe, just maybe, you're believing the same lies I believed. And maybe I can save you a few decades of confusion. The first thing I was completely wrong about was what it means to be strong. For most of my life, I thought strength meant never showing weakness, never admitting you're scared, never asking for help. I thought real men figured things out on their own. I thought needing people was a flaw. I raised my kids this way. I ran my business this way. I lived my marriage this way. And you know what it got me? A wall between me and everyone I loved. My children respected me, sure, but they didn't really know me. How could they? I never let them see the real me. I was too busy being strong. It wasn't until I was 62, sitting alone in a hospital room after my wife had a stroke, that I finally cracked. I sat there and I cried. Not the kind of crying where a few tears roll down your face. I'm talking about the kind of crying that comes from somewhere deep, somewhere you didn't even know existed. And in that moment I realized something. All those years of being strong, of holding everything together, of never letting anyone in, I wasn't protecting myself. I was isolating myself. Real strength, I learned, is the courage to be vulnerable. Real strength is saying, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm scared. I need you. That takes more guts than pretending you've got it all figured out. The second thing I was wrong about was success. I thought success meant winning. It meant being better than the other guy. It meant having more, achieving more, being recognized more. I spent 40 years climbing ladders, crushing competition, collecting trophies that nobody cares about now. And here's the thing, nobody tells you about winning. When you make life a competition, you turn everyone around you into an opponent. Your colleagues become threats. Your friends become rivals. Even your own family becomes people you need to prove yourself to. I missed my daughter's high school graduation because I was closing a deal. A deal. I can't even remember what the deal was for now. But I remember the look on her face when I told her I couldn't make it. She said it was fine. She understood. But something changed between us that day. Something I spent years trying to fix. Success isn't about winning. Success is about meaning. It's about doing work that matters to you, being present for the people who matter, and going to bed at night knowing you lived that day on purpose. Everything else is just noise. The third thing I was dead wrong about was happiness. I thought happiness was something you achieved, like there was some finish line, and once you crossed it, you'd be happy forever. Get the promotion, be happy. Buy the house, be happy. Retire early, be happy. But happiness doesn't work that way. Every time I got the thing I thought would make me happy, I felt good for about a week. Then I needed the next thing, and the next. I was a hamster on a wheel, running faster and faster, never getting anywhere. What I finally understand now is that happiness isn't a destination, it's a way of traveling. It's not something you find at the end of the road. It's something you experience along the way, if you're paying attention, if you're present, if you're not so focused on where you're going that you forget to notice where you are. The happiest moments of my life weren't the big achievements. They were the small things I almost missed because I was too busy chasing something else. Coffee with my wife on a Sunday morning, teaching my grandson to fish, a random Tuesday afternoon where nothing special happened, but everything felt right. The fourth thing I was wrong about might be the most important. I was wrong about what love actually means. I thought love was a feeling, that butterflies in your stomach, can't stop thinking about them feeling. And when that feeling faded, I thought the love was dying. I almost left my wife at year 15 of our marriage. The passion had cooled. The excitement was gone. I thought we had fallen out of love. I was ready to walk away and find that feeling again with someone else. But something stopped me. Maybe it was fear. Maybe it was laziness. Maybe it was some small voice of wisdom that I didn't even know I had. Whatever it was, I stayed. And in staying, I discovered something I never could have learned by leaving. Love isn't a feeling. Love is a choice. It's a choice you make every single day to show up for another person, even when you don't feel like it, even when they're annoying you, even when the butterflies are long gone. The feeling comes and goes. The choice is what matters. My wife and I have been married 47 years now, and I love her more today than I did when we got married. Not because the feeling is stronger, but because I chose her. Every day for 47 years, I chose her, and she chose me. That's what love actually is. The fifth thing I was wrong about was time. I treated time like it was infinite, like there would always be more of it. I put things off constantly. I'll spend time with my kids when work slows down. I'll take that trip when I retire. I'll tell my father I love him next time I see him. My father died before I got the chance. Just like that. Here one day, gone the next. And all those things I was going to say, all those moments I was going to have, they disappeared with him. You don't have as much time as you think you do. None of us do. And the tragedy isn't just that life is short. The tragedy is that we spend so much of it doing things that don't matter, with people who don't matter, chasing things that don't matter. Every day you wake up is a gift, not in some cheesy inspirational poster way. Literally, it's a gift. You weren't guaranteed this day. You're not guaranteed tomorrow. And the people you love, they weren't guaranteed to you either. They could be gone tomorrow. What are you going to do with the time you have left? The sixth thing I was wrong about was what other people think. I spent so much of my life trying to impress people, wearing the right clothes, driving the right car, living in the right neighborhood, saying the right things at parties. And here's what I finally realized at 70. Nobody is paying as much attention to you as you think they are. Nobody is judging you as harshly as you're judging yourself. Everybody is too busy worrying about their own lives to spend much time thinking about yours. And even if they are judging you, so what? What does their opinion actually do to your life? Nothing. It changes nothing. The only opinion that truly matters is the one you have of yourself, and maybe the opinions of the few people who really know you and really love you. Everyone else is just noise. I wish I could go back and tell my younger self to stop performing. Stop trying to impress people who don't matter. Stop living for an audience that doesn't exist. Just be yourself, the real you, the messy, imperfect, scared, hopeful, complicated you. That person is enough. That person was always enough. The seventh thing I was wrong about was failure. I was terrified of failure. I avoided risks. I played it safe. I stayed in jobs I hated because I was afraid to try something new and fail. I didn't pursue dreams because I was afraid of looking foolish. And now at 70, I can tell you the truth. My biggest regrets aren't the things I tried that didn't work out. My biggest regrets are the things I never tried at all. The book I never wrote. The business I never started. The conversation I never had because I was afraid of how it might go. Failure isn't the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. Every failure teaches you something. Every failure makes you stronger. Every failure brings you closer to the thing that will actually work. The only real failure is not trying at all. Here's what I know now that I wish I knew at 30. Life is not about having it all figured out. Life is about being brave enough to admit what you don't know. It's about being humble enough to keep learning. It's about being present enough to actually experience the life you're living, instead of always waiting for the next thing. I was wrong about everything. And honestly, that's okay. Because being wrong means you have the chance to get it right. It means you can change. It means tomorrow doesn't have to look like yesterday. If you're watching this and you're young, you have something I don't have anymore. You have time. Don't waste it the way I wasted mine. Don't wait until you're 70 to figure out what actually matters. Love the people in your life and tell them you love them. Take the risk. Fail spectacularly. Get back up. Be vulnerable. Be present. Stop trying to impress people who don't matter. Stop chasing things that won't fulfill you. Stop waiting for someday because someday never comes. I'm 70 years old. I was wrong about everything. And learning that was the most important thing I've ever done. Now it's your turn. What are you wrong about? What beliefs are you holding on to that might be holding you back? What would your life look like if you were brave enough to question everything you think you know? I'm not saying I have all the answers now. I don't. But I'm finally asking the right questions. And that's a start. If this resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Leave a comment telling me what you've been wrong about. And subscribe, because I've got more to say, and probably not much time left to say it. Life is short. Don't waste it being wrong about everything like I did.